Sad. Yeah. I'm a nerd. Girls farts stink more than boys because इस लड़के ने मुझे अपने घुसन के जाल में फंसा लिया. Why are you laughing? तुम क्या कर रहे हो, Dexter? मेरे से सब लोग सिर्फ काम की बात करते हैं. Even my fun Q&A is about Q&A. So I had run a Q&A on my page and there were some pretty interesting questions which I thought अलग-अलग क्या आंसर करूँ, एक ही वीडियो बना देते हैं. So that's why I'm here with a Q&A which is going to be a lot about work but a lot of fun as well. So if you're interested, keep watching, and even if you're not interested, please watch because YouTube values watch time. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I am 𝗠𝗂𝗵𝗵 𝗟ci𝘃𝗲. I'm a clinical and sports nutritionist and I've been practicing for almost 11 years. I run this YouTube channel and my Instagram page where I share all things about health, management of health and management of health without compromising your life. So if that topic interests you, then keep watching, and there are a lot of videos that you can watch as well. So without wasting any time, let's just start with the Q&A, the questions that were asked from me on Instagram. So the first question is, what is your academic background, like subjects in grad, etc. And there are a lot of similar questions around it. My journey, how did I become a dietitian? So let's just answer that. I started my graduation in year 2007 from Delhi University and I studied food technology there. So the main subjects were biochemistry, food sciences, mathematics, physics, biostatistics, statistics, food processing, technology of animal foods, technology of plant foods, how the foods are processed, and so on and so forth. Then after that, when I completed my grad in 2010, that's when I did a postgrad in packaging technology where I studied all about how the packages are designed, and not only about the physical appearance perspective, but exactly what goes behind creating a package, right from the raw material to exactly what layers are there in a packaged product, whether it is food or non-food. It was a generalized thing. What is the shelf life of a package, how exactly it is supposed to be processed, what are the different processing techniques, what are the different printing techniques, so on and so forth. And then after that, I did my internship with Hindustan Unilever where I decided that I do not want to continue learning packaging because my love was in food and packaging was becoming a little more generalized. So I wanted to study more about human body and how exactly it interacts with food. And that's where I started with my master's in nutrition in 2010. Completed that in 2012 and that's when I started practicing after my hospital internship. That too happened in Delhi only. So basically I'm born and raised in Delhi. Everything, all of my education has been done in Delhi. The only time I have stayed outside of Delhi, that was for 6 months during my Hindustan Unilever internship. That's it. Then after completing my masters, I practiced for a few years and then I kept on upgrading my knowledge. So I did a sports nutrition certification from Nesta US. Then I did another sports nutrition certification from Sports Authority of India. Right now I am pursuing CPT, so that is Certificate in Personal Training by NSCA, which is like the global body for all the strength and conditioning coaches. But they have launched their personal training certificate entry level course in India just now. So I'm the second batch student. In between I also did some certifications in Ayurveda dietetics. So yeah, I am a little crazy when it comes to learning about human body. I'm just obsessed with it. Okay, so the next question is, if not a dietitian, what do you think you would be? I would have been a teacher. Why are you laughing? This is the worst batch in the history of the school. For sure, because when I left the packaging industry, I started my masters with the aim of doing my masters and then going for a PhD and then becoming a professor. But then after my hospital internship, which is a part of my masters, I realized that I was making diet plans which was getting people results, and that's when I realized that, oh fine, wait, this is also something that I can do, and that interested me a lot also. So that was the day when I thought maybe I should give it a shot and maybe whatever I've learned can help people. I started working with people and the way I was gathering not only testimonials but blessings, and then rest is history. It's been 11 years that I'm practicing now and I love every bit of my job. But yeah, if not this, I would have been a professor or maybe a voice artist, because some people used to say that I mimic Didi really well. तुम क्या कर रहे हो डेक्स्टर? Okay, next question. How to stay motivated every day for the workout and healthy food options. जहाँ देखो वहाँ tempting food होता है. Yes. I come from a Punjabi family, so I relate with this pain of seeing tempting food all the time and then, giving in. What I think keeps me motivated, and by the way, I do not work out every day. I try to work out 3 to 4 times in a week, which is more than enough if you're doing it well. But what gives me the motivations to stick at it is the fact that, yes, for one point of time, out of curiosity, I did it regularly when I was really young. So I've always been into workouts. My father was into workouts, and from there the habit was inculcated into me as well. So out of curiosity, I was working out, I was exercising something or the other. So my father used to take us to the park. We used to do a lot of, monkey bar thing, latakna, ulta latakna, seedha latakna, all of that I've done. And the fact that when I was entering into adulthood, when all the girls around me were really girly, but at the same time they had compromised strength, I saw that they had issues with their periods, they had issues with their strength. So they were, like, a lot of girls around me were the damsel in distress, and I was not, because of the way I think I was raised. I was raised in a very tough manner, I would say. So but yeah, because of that I could see that, the difference of strength, and I wanted to keep that difference always. And even now I feel that at the age that I am, touch wood, thankfully all the hormones are fine, blood sugar is fine, thyroid is fine, which is not the case with other people of my age. And that gives me the motivation to exercise, that what I'm doing is working, what I'm doing is required for me to stay away from those kind of pains. So muscle soreness over muscle injury any day, muscle soreness over endocrine disorders any day. So yeah, this is my reason to work out. This is my reason to stick on a healthy regime as much as I can. Of course, I am also a human being, I indulge. But then the reason to come back is always this. So if your why is clear, your how you can figure out. But if your why is like, I don't know, I want to wear a certain dress after 2 months in a wedding, if the goal is that short term, the approach is going to be short term, and the motivation to stick at it will also always be short term. So yeah, have a long term goal, have your why clear, have a bigger why, right? If your bigger why is, I want to go trekking at the age of 60 when I retire, then of course you will remove all the fluff and stick at it. Okay, a very funny question now. Is that true, girls farts stink more than boys? I don't know. I think it is not gender specific. Farts are an aina of what you're eating. So if you're eating crap, of course they're gonna be stinky. In fact, I did a video on farts, by the way. I'm going to link it here. If you want to watch, you can watch. You will have a lot of clarity about farts if you want that. Okay, next question. How do you manage work and home together? How do you manage all your daily routines along with your profession? How do you manage multitasking? Okay, so I think a lot of reason why I'm able to do everything is because I'm married to a very right man. So in our home, it's all about priorities. If my work is at the priority and if it is urgent, of course that will be given priority. And if that's the other way around, then that will also be having its own equal importance. However, I don't feel that my home has gender roles. I don't think I've grown up with gender roles also. And this is the reason why distributing work is easy. And apart from that, along with all of the teammates that I have, my video editor, my manager, my social media manager, my content manager, apart from all of these people, one very important person that I have on my team is my domestic Didi. the person who cooks for me. So because I am not doing that part, the cooking and cleaning, I think that creates a lot of mental space to think, to create, because a lot of mental energy is not going into what to make, how to make, when to take out time for that. So yeah, but if you are someone who wants to multitask but at the same time you have to do the cooking because you do not stay in the country or you do not want to hire someone, try having a meal prep schedule for yourself. In fact, if you want, I do that for a lot of my clients, so you can get in touch for that. If you are meal prepping really well, there's a lot of time that you can save and a lot of mental space that you can save. And I think mental space is more important than the time that you're saving, because you are not mentally exhausted when you try to create something new, which is very important. So saving that mental peace is just so important. And this is the reason why I cherish my Didi. Out of all my team members, I think I cherish her the most. And the kind of home dynamics that my husband has created for me, I value that a lot. In fact, there are so many questions around multitasking and managing all the things together. If you want to have some productivity tips or time management tips, let me know in the comments. I will make a separate video on that to show you exactly some glimpses of exactly how I manage things. Yeah, let me know. Okay, so the next question is, are you good at savings? How do you manage your expenses? Honestly, I do not think that I'm as good as money as I want to be. I am learning in that zone, but thankfully I got connected with the right people at the right time who forced me into starting some saving plans, and that's all the saving that I do. But apart from that, all the expenses that I have are majorly towards my team and growing the company, because otherwise I'm a very cheapskate. I do not spend much on anything practically. I'm in fact going paperless also, thanks to my husband's birthday gift that he gave me. So yeah, I'm out of all the stationery expenses. I am not much into going out. I do not spend much on restaurants, coffees and stuff. So it's majorly only the essentials that I spend on. Okay, next question. What would you like to do when you have plenty of leisure time? That doesn't happen very frequently though. But if I do, then it's majorly about just chilling, watching some crappy television, rewatching Friends all over again and again and again and again. And yes, if I do have some time where I want to connect with myself, then I sit with my planner where I journal a lot. I try to catch up with friends, try to go for a walk where I also try to answer the questions that you guys sent me. So yeah, this is what I like to do. But yes, it hardly ever happens that I have a lot of leisure time, because if I have a lot of leisure time for continuous weeks or months, then I fill that time up with some sort of certification or some sort of education I pick up. And in fact, the CPT that I'm doing is also a result of finding out that leisure time, which is getting really hard to manage now because of the time constraints. But yeah, I do not sit idle. I try to keep learning, because human body requires that constant study. There are like thousands of research papers which are coming out every single year. So the more you learn, the more you feel that you don't know anything about human body, and that's where I am when it comes to education. And that's the reason why I don't have a lot of leisure time. Yeah. Sad. Yeah. I'm a nerd. Why did you get married? Because इस लड़के ने मुझे अपने हुस्न के जाल में फंसा लिया. I think it was just the right time, and in fact, I remember very clearly 27th April 2020 was the day when I decided that yes, I am ready for a committed man, and 18th May we started to talk. So I think it was a lot about asking the universe, and universe was having him on a platter for me, and the moment I decided, he was delivered to me. Straight to the point. I love that about your page. Oh, thank you. You don't make the idea of healthy living complicated. That really helps.
Thanks! Love you!
You provide genuine fitness knowledge in an exciting and engaging manner. Yay. I think I'm doing something good, something right. Just share your hair care regime. How do you take care of your hair? Okay, I think it's pretty simple. I focus more on what I eat rather than what I apply. And in fact, that is something which will work for everyone, because what we apply and what works for us is going to be different for everybody. This is the reason why I don't do what I eat in a day. I don't do what I do in a day, because that's different for everyone. That these things work very individually for different people. But what I try to do is that I try to make sure that I'm eating enough protein, trying to eat enough fruits, so that I have the protein and vitamins on point. Apart from that, another reason why people face a lot of hair issues is because they are not eating enough energy in the first place. So in fact, this is a fun fact. If you're not eating enough carbs, your proteins will not be digested properly, your vitamins will not be digested properly. So you can do all the low calorie diets you want, your hair will be a mess. If you want to take care of your hair, skin, you have to eat enough food. There is no other way around that. And apart from that, why I say that it is very individual of what we apply on the skin and on your hair is because our body's nature is different for everybody. In fact, if we talk about the Ayurvedic perspective, there are 3 major characteristics with which your body can be recognized. The combination of 2 or more will be your nature. So that's Vata, Pitta and Kapha. There is a whole analysis of what your body type is. If you want, you can tell me in the comments. I will send you the document where you can do your own analysis, and based on that you can take care of your body. And I am a Pitta personality, so my body nature is very dry and hot. This is the reason why a lot of cool things work for me. So coconut oil works well for me. I hydrate like a fish. That works for me. I have to wear light colors, light breezy clothing. So can't eat a lot of spicy food because that is going to aggravate my hot nature. Oh. But yeah, so it is by individual. If you want to analyze this for yourself, you can let me know in the comments. I'll send you the document. The next question is, how do you add richness to your food? So a lot of people feel that a dietitian is supposed to eat boiled food only, but that's not the case. You are supposed to eat fats, you are supposed to eat oils, desi ghee, sarson ka tel, all of those things are required by your body. So yeah, oils and fats, the basic reason why they are added to the food is because they make the food more palatable and more tasty, add the richness to the food. However, yes, there is a controlled amount of oil and ghee that we are supposed to consume. So I consume around 3 to 4 teaspoons in the entire day, which goes in the dal that I'm eating, the sabzi that I'm eating, the ghee on the roti that I'm doing. So all of these things I do, and still the 3 to 4 teaspoon, because when you're making food for 3, 4, 5 people, how much food oil will you add? If you're adding 1 karchi, bro, you're gone anywhere, right? For the tadka, you do not need more than 2 to 3 teaspoons of oil, and if it is divided between 3 people, you're getting 1 teaspoon per meal, which is easy. And apart from that, yes, you can never go wrong with the right kind of spices. So Indian spices, all of the spices that we have and all the herbs that we use, they add tremendous amount of flavor to your food. The ginger, the garlic, the jeera, dhania, sauf, ajwain, dalchini, long, all of these things bring in a lot of richness and flavor to the food without adding too much without adding anything into the calorie perspective. And all the spices are amazing sources of antioxidants, and that's what helps you get the vitality in life, get better skin, reduce the free radical reactions. So if you are just having basic balanced diet, you would not need to go on a specific diet. You do not need to go on a low calorie. right? So if you're eating enough food, if you're eating enough fats, proteins, and eating right kind of spices, you will have taste in your food, you will have better skin, you will have better hair, you will have all the energy that you need to do your stuff. And yeah, you never need a specific diet. And I'm taking the last question. What is your life's motto? Heavy. Honestly, I am a pretty easygoing person when it comes to the bigger picture. This is making me think. Thank you so much for this question, Vrinda. See, professionally, yes, I have a motto. Professionally, my motto is that nobody, no person in the world should go to bed hungry if they can afford food. That's the clear motto that I have, because there are a lot of people in the world who cannot afford food, and out of compulsion they have to go to bed hungry. But at the same time, there are privileged people like us, like you and me, who have the access to food, but at the same time we are so influenced by the wrong information that is out there on the internet that we leave dinners, we leave lunches, we leave our social life in order to stay healthy, which is like a physical hurt to me. I hate that idea. And whatever I am doing in my workspace is to make sure that people do not go through that. So there are two things majorly that I am doing for that. One is I'm creating free content for people, which will help people manage their food without compromising on their appetite and their health. That is what I'm doing on YouTube and on Instagram. And the second thing that I do is I teach young dietitians who are qualified exactly how to counsel people, exactly how to create a business around this. And the reason why I do that is because I know that I cannot reach all the people in the world. I am a small human being. World is too big. But what I can do is I can propagate my idea to more people who can influence more people. So this is what I do in my brainchild, NutriBoss Academy. I teach young dietitians. I help them find their own voice. I help them find the courage to talk against the myths, because what I have experienced during our college time, yes, we are told a lot of things about the science of how human body works, but we are not told to voice it out loud. In fact, the people who are voicing this out, these people are frowned upon by our hospital HODs and our teachers, because they get the tag celebrity nutritionist and they make it sound like it is a bad thing. If you're a nutrition student, let me know if you have experienced this thing. But this is something that I experienced growing up, that the people who have a huge following or charge huge money, they are frowned upon by our faculty. And I do not understand the reason why, because if nothing else, at least they are propagating the idea, at least they have the courage to voice their opinions out. And there are so many people who are talking crap about nutrition. There are so many people who are spreading myths. कोई तो होना चाहिए जो उनके अगेंस्ट भी बोले, कोई तो होना चाहिए जो राइट इन्फॉर्मेशन भी दे, बिकॉज एक कोई सही नॉलेज दे रहा है तो 10, 20, 50, 500 लोग बैठे हैं जो गलत कुछ भी बोलते हैं. एंड इफ वी वॉन्ट टू स्टॉप them those myths from spreading, the only way we can do that is by making the right voice so strong that these wrong voices do not have any existence. So that's what I'm trying to do in my NutriBoss program. In fact, if you're a nutritionist and you want to learn these things from me, you want to learn how to create a business around your knowledge, then I will also link the waitlist in the description, so you can sign up for that. I am starting with a new batch very soon. And yeah, that was the Q&A. I loved doing it. And in fact, I think I should do it more often, because I usually just share science, which I don't know if it overwhelms people. But yeah, let me know your feedback in the comments. I would love to know if you like this video. And even if you didn't, let me know for that as well, so that I know where to improve. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.